have a 1987 Corolla FX16 GTS and a 2024 Corolla GR. There's 37 years difference between these two cars, and I am here to answer the question on whether the GR Corolla is the spiritual successor to the FX16 GTS. The first thing you'll notice that the GR Corolla is a 4-door versus the FX16 being a 2-door. This might throw you off at first, but know that in the US market, the FX16 was a 2-door model, but in other places like in New Zealand and Australia, they had the 4-door. In 1987, the Corolla FX16 had a special drivetrain that was different than all the other Corollas, and it came with an engine that made substantially more power than the standard 4AC powered cars. The GR Corolla also comes with a special engine, one that comes with about double the power of what the standard Corolla comes. So in that regard, it's also very similar. It seems like the GR Corolla is following in the same footsteps like the FX16 was. It's got 3 times the power of what the original FX16 had, and also double the grip since it's got 4-wheel drive, which the FX16 was front-wheel drive. The Corolla FX16 GTS came with some unique interior trim pieces, such as these sport bucket seats. Came with a leather steering wheel and a leather shift knob. It also came with a different gauge cluster, including a tachometer, which the standard Corollas did not have. Space on the inside of the Corolla FX16 was rather tight, but very usable. And the trunk on this actually opened up pretty nicely. If you pop this guy open, you can fit a pretty decent amount of things in the back. The GR Corolla also has a trunk, and I think it's kind of small. On the interior, it has the same kind of treatment. You got special bucket seats that have those same bolsters on the side. It's got some extra typing on the headrest, which is nice. The GR Corolla, a special steering wheel that's leather wrapped. It has a special shift knob, which all of these are stick shift, at least for the earlier models. Now they have an automatic. So firing it up, let's see how it sounds. Space-wise, it's almost exactly the same space as the FX16. Now I want to show you how they both sound. There's a soft limiter at 4,000 RPMs. It actually doesn't sound too bad. I like the way it sounds. The FX16 sounds like. Oh, no soft limiter here. Mamma mia, that's very throaty. That is very exciting. Enough chit chat about the cars. Let's go take the GR for a drive. Driving the Corolla GR. I'll be fully honest, and I actually expected this car to be a disappointment. I thought I was really not going to like it. I thought it was going to be kind of a gimmick. I thought it was going to be more like a package. I read some people talking about it being a 3-cylinder. I wasn't sure how fun and exciting it would be. But I got to spend a day today with this Corolla GR. Man, it has completely changed my mind. This car is phenomenal. Oh, the little 3-cylinder sounds awesome. That was the first thing I noticed. So compared to like the GR86, which has fake engine noise being blasted through the speakers, this actually has an engine noise that is really pleasant. It's kind of like a similar version like the WRX STI's flat EJ. It has character. It has an actual tone and raspiness to the motor. And there's so much boost peakiness. Oh, it's very satisfying. Oh my goodness. And the other thing I noticed is how well the all-wheel drive system works. So I think it's an actual 4-wheel drive system here. The suspension, brakes, all come together to really show that it's a very special package. Man, it feels amazing. There's so much grip. You can actually put the power down in the middle of the corner, which is very unexpected. I absolutely adore it. It makes this car insanely confidence inspiring. And on the back roads here, it is a weapon, like straight up weapon. I mean, like you can feel the car rotating. That rear wheel, when it engages, it really like pushes the rear around, but in a very nice, satisfying, predictable manner. And the peak boost, there's so much turbo lag. And I say that in a good way, because like I think turbo lag is actually kind of fun. And like waiting for the turbo to spool, it's awesome. It has like such a nice little raspy engine noise. And the body is incredibly well insulated. I mean, you can hardly tell that you're going as fast as you are. Because like, Look at that, I'm doing like 30 miles an hour right now. Oh my gosh. It's an incredibly fun and exciting car. Like, I did not expect it to be this good. Oh my gosh. This is a hell of a car. I went from thinking this was just gonna be like, kind of like a boring, dumb experience to drive, and it's actually incredibly thrilling and very engaging. The shifter is very clinky and precise. It feels like a tuner car that has been just made comfortable. Gosh, this thing drives so well. Holy cow, is that a McLaren? Driving at normal speeds, the GR Corolla is so docile. I mean, it's quiet. You can put your grandma in the passenger seat and she wouldn't be able to tell. She'd say like, oh, it rides a little firm, but she wouldn't be complaining. Man, this is like the most exciting new car that I've driven. I've driven a whole bunch of them, and like this is the first one that actually feels connected to the road. This is a car that I'm seriously debating buying, which is kind of blowing my mind. You can feel how authentic this car is to drive. Everything feels very mechanical. There's no electronic trickery that is going on to try to make you feel like as if you're going faster than you really are. And Toyota really killed it with this car. They did a fantastic job. Okay, I'm now in the Corolla FX16 with its naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Something that fun I realized is that it has the same displacement as the GR Corolla. They're both 1.6 liters, but they make their power very differently. The first things I noticed is how much lower the dash in the past was, man. The dash is like, shoot, almost like a foot lower, and you can really see the road ahead of you. And the other thing that's incredibly noticeable is how much louder it is inside this car, and also how much you hear the engine. Man, this thing makes a noise. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's the most thrilling 30 miles an hour I've ever experienced, man. Holy cow. And it is so responsive. Like, wow. As soon as you give any sort of throttle input. Wow, wow, what an engine note. Holy cow, man. Whoa. Holy cow. Man, this thing is a hooligan. Oh my God. That is just pure excitement. Oh my goodness. The steering is very clearly hydraulic. Holy cow. The brakes. Oh my God, this is hilarious. How much fun this is. Oh. Man, 30 miles an hour never felt so quick. Yeah, man, this is the pass is very thrilling. It really gets your heart rate up, man. It's a lot less insulating than the Corolla GR. Jesus, man, this thing for a 1.6 naturally aspirated, it really. It lights up the tires so easy. All right, now driving calmly, the Corolla FX16, not pushing it. How does it behave in everyday driving? It quiets down quite a bit. It's still noticeably louder than the Corolla GR. There's no air conditioning. The ride is stiffer. The suspension doesn't nearly have the same level of travel as the Corolla GR. This car is like always just like clawing at the road in front of you. I'd say like this is getting semi-close to the power limit of what you can really put down in a front-wheel drive without special trickery. But like, man, the driving experience, you can feel everything the front wheels are doing through this hydraulic steering rack. The car feels so light. I mean, the GR Corolla feels pretty damn light, but this feels like a feather just like tracing through, and it's incredibly responsive on the road. I mean, the GR is responsive, but it has the four-wheel drive system that kind of makes things a little bit more sluggish. Is this comfortable? it's not as comfortable as the GR, for sure. The past is rough around the edges compared to the newer stuff. If you want to have a crazy, thrilling, heart-pounding experience, something that really gets you like insanely excited, this is the car, man. This is a different level. This is different than any other car that I've driven. The Corolla FX16 and the Corolla GR. What do they mean? In the Corolla GR, it's Gazoo Racing, GR. On the Corolla FX16, the FX16 stands for FF 2-box 16 valve. FF meaning that it's front engine, front wheel drive. 2-box meaning that it's a 2-box design. So you have a lower box and then you have an upper box on the top. If you look at the Corolla GR, it has a similar kind of design. There's a lower box going on the bottom and an upper box going on the top. Is the Corolla GR a spiritual successor to the Corolla FX16? Well, let me put it this way. I think that the Corolla GR shouldn't have been called the Corolla GR. I think it should have been called the Corolla FX300, meaning that it's the front engine, 2-box design, 300 horsepower. The Corolla GR has shown me that Toyota can still make a crazy, crazy exciting car to drive in 2025. Toyota, if you're listening, if you would like to grease the wheels for me, I might be a potential future owner of a Corolla GR myself. Incredible car. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.